So that's that for that pin. Now I'm going to show how you do it with a vise. Okay, so this is the front CVD shaft for my D815, and I'm going to change this pin out. This pin's actually in pretty good shape, but the axle's bad now because I had a terrible crash last night and messed up some parts. So anyway, you can use, here's a 4mm socket that I showed you earlier, and you can just press it through. This piece here is my caster block. That's all tweaked up now. But using a socket or anything with a hole, actually, I can even use this to press the pin through. Okay. And let's see. Oops. And you can see the vise is closing that pretty easily because it's just not as tight as those other ones. Now, so what do you do when you get to this point here? Okay, you need to push a pin in there. Really, I'd like to use this thing here because it'd be a lot easier, but what I'm going to, just so I can show you how to do it with the vise, I can get something out of my toolbox. Let's see. Where did my vice grip go? Some little miniature vice grip. Oh, it's holding this thing. Okay. Okay, so let's grab another one of these pins here. And I usually like to use my needle nose vice grip for this application, but they're being used for something else right now. So I'll just use these vice grip here. Got to keep tightening this screw up. I don't want to tighten it so much that it's going to mess this pin up, but it also still needs to actually hold it, and that's good right there. Okay, so I use this thing to show you that part of it, but now I'm just going to use this one to show you how to do it with this one. And it doesn't matter which you use, as long as this side you use over here isn't so hard or so pointy that it mars the snot out of this thing. Okay, so let's open the vise a little more. This is definitely easier with two people, but being that I'm here by myself right now, I'll just try and do it by myself. Okay, that looks like it's pretty lined up. So there we go. Now I can take this thing off. I can already tell that the pin has gone in there. The other pin's being pushed out into that socket. And just eyeballing it, that's probably kind of close. Okay, so let's see what's in here. The pin, okay, that's what was just in there. The new pin is in here now. Okay, and I'm going to measure it. That side's longer, but let's see. So I would need to push it a little bit more that way. And this time I guess I'll try this. Oops, that was a big movement. It's probably going to be too much. Let's see. That looks alright. That looks pretty close too. And then I'll just grab an out drive. It's an old out drive. And it's barely sticking out on that side. Yeah, that's good. This one here I would run just like that if I was going to run this. So that's how you can change your pins. D815 center shaft, D815 front axle using an RC Renew tool or a vise and a hammer and a socket. Okay, so, and let's see, if I don't remember if I talked about this yet or not, but these are the pins that I use for various parts of the car. Let's get that piece of grass out of here. This one I use for the CVDs, E0238, 2.5 by 14.8, and those get shaved down a little bit with the Dremel. These I use for the dog bone, Huddy 106051, that's direct replacement. This I use for anything that enters a differential, as well as those, or these. They're all fine. In my opinion, these are a little bit softer. These are a little bit harder. And the Huddies, I think I've only used a couple of pins out of this bag, so I don't really remember if they're harder or softer. Okay, so that's it. Hope this helps somebody.